me make sure that it's working before I say anything important. VOD viewers, welcome to the test phase. That sounds correct. Ellen, say something real quick. That sounds correct.
Hello,
Ellen, say something
Ellen.
real quick. That sounds correct.
What's
Hello,
up?
Ellen, say something.
Ellen.
Perfect. It's working. It's all working. Everything's gravy. Everything's perfect. And now I can actually draw also. Hey, everybody who's watching this as a VOD later, which is probably most of the people who will end up seeing this. Welcome to the first ever Golden Butterflies draw stream, a show where we draw. We draw kind of whatever we want. I thought about making it themed, but everyone's already working on art anyways, and I didn't want to like interrupt the stuff you're already doing. Let's just work on the art we're working on. Obviously I'm not. I don't typically illustrate, but it just so happens I've come into the possession of a draw pad, and now I'm giving it a go. I'm giving it the old college try. And meanwhile, joining me, each of you could say hi after I say your name, but I'm going to give you a proper introduction in full. And I'm going to call you by the way you're listed on Discord. I've got Ellen, the Witch of Starlight.
Hello, that's me, the one the harpy image.
Yes, the illustrator of Harpy's story, from which that image derives, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then we also have Komugi, sub to Genki and Sienna on YouTube. What does that even mean, Komugi?
That's a great question. I've always told you, Trixie, I want everyone who sees that name to say, what the heck is Genki and Sienna? So then they'll talk about my YouTube page, where I'm doing an indie animated show inspired by anime. Glad to be here. And my name's Kamuki.
We also are joined by Nisa.
Hello. I am Nisa.
And you moderate the Golden Butterflies Discord along with Ellen and Komugi.
I do. And a bunch of other lovely people.
You also draw really great art, such as the one
thank you.
on screen. And we also have Z-Cypher.
Hello.
Who is drawing this incredible Pokemon Digimon crossover idea that I suggested because of the fact that you had already drawn, based on a different suggestion, another awesome crossover. What was that one?
Free.
Which
The Three Wolves?
Oh, he's bringing it up. There we go. Holy shit. Damn, you did that so quick. Yeah, it's Twilight Princess Link as a wolf, Amaterasu, and I don't know the name of that Pokemon.
Zamazenta.
Zamazenta from X and Y?
It's Pokemon
No.
Shield.
God damn. I just heard like a za sound, and I'm like, surely that starts with an X, right? No, not at all.
No, it's Zamazenta and Zacian, so they both start with Z.
Incredible. Because they're legendaries, so they have to be at the end of the alphabet. See, it's the only thing that makes sense.
And there was going to be a Pokemon Z about a different Z-themed Pokemon, Zygarde, but that got canceled. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe as this went, Z-Cypher was like, I'm out of ideas for what to draw, and then you posted like a cool picture of a wolf or something, and I was like, oh, you should draw like just all the cool wolves because you're good at drawing wolves, and lo and behold, you are. And then I was like, sorry, yeah, continue.
That's Luna.
That's the
Luna
one.
In the last episode of Hell of a Boss, so it's kind of a spoiler, transforms into like her wolf form.
That's so fucking anime. I adore
And
that.
I was just like, yeah, it was so hilarious. I was like, I need to draw that immediately. So I actually got this done within the week the episode came out.
I definitely feel like you could draw any like edgy wolf character from anime or anything, and it would just look awesome. Like your art style just really translates well to like that edgy wolf aesthetic, to me at least.
Well, that's kind of what I grew up with on like DeviantArt and stuff. So it's there, even though I mostly draw people now.
I guess I'll open the floor now to broader discussion. What is your favorite thing to draw? Do you prefer drawing people or furry or like animal type stuff?
Furry and people at the same time. I like them to coexist.
Cute animal girls. Anime girls. And animal girls sometimes.
Ooh, so anime girls and animal girls?
Yeah, I mean,
see,
Sue is
that's
kind of
cool.
an animal girl, right? She's a harpy.
I love
Yeah.
that. It's like what you said about how what we were saying earlier about coexistence between them. We have some anime girls, some animal girls, all in one world.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm now looking at the actual YouTube chat for the first time. I'm remembering. Oh yeah, we're also live. Lapusha says hi, Trixie. Hi everyone. I guess Ellen's been looking at it, so thank you, Ellen, for keeping an eye on things.
No problem.
Max,
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, no problem.
Max Potion is here. Says hi, Ellen, Kamugi, Trixie, Nisa, and Z Cipher. Hello, Max.
Max, you're wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Zamazenta is the shield and Zacian is the sword from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Lizard Marker says, "Awoo!"
That's amazing.
Aspen Silver says hi. Mid says, hi, Tricks and friends. I just got fired from my terrible job. It's cathartic to see some cool small artists making such fun, self-indulgent art.
Oh.
It's inspiring. Well, that's exactly what I'm out for. That's exactly what I'm aiming for. So I'm glad it's working. And I'm glad/sorry. Glad you got fired from your shitty job. Sorry you got fired from your shitty job. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell if you were happy or sad about it, ultimately, because you said it was shitty, but also you got fired. So I was like, well, okay, I guess this is an opportunity, you know, in some way. Yes, glad/sorry is much appreciated, exactly how I feel. That's good. Yeah, Max Potion said, congrats, Simon. Lizard
One door
Mark.
closes, another one opens, as Bob Marley would say.
That is true.
Lizard Marker said, heh, love it. Not the firing, the wooing. Indeed. All right, well. Z Cipher, I said I was kind of like explaining what you're drawing, like in terms of how it came to be, but what actually is it? What is the concept there?
Oh, it's a cat cafe, but it's just full of like the cat Pokemon and Digimon. I didn't know if I wanted to add in more series. I feel like it'd get kind of complicated with that.
Yeah,
but
I like it. Just
I
like
am
this.
big into Pokemon.
This already looks to me like something that if I saw it in Artist Alley would catch my attention, like particularly the dimensionality of it. I'm a really big fan of seeing the whole space that characters are inside of, and especially if it's like a bunch of characters using the space in different ways. So this if I know I like literally was like, draw Gatomon with Meowth, even though like I'm not the type of person who myself buys Digimon or Pokemon art, but it's like this is what I would want. Like I'm imagining a younger version of myself who did spend money on art and going, this is what I would have bought, you know, like this is what a young me would have spent money on. And yeah, you captured that perfectly with this image. I hope you make hundreds of dollars.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm aura farming. I haven't even started drawing yet. Ellen had already
I'm trying to figure it out.
Ellen like completed a whole drawing of Tyranny before we even started the stream, though. You should show
Just
them.
started, yeah.
You drew my husband. It was so wonderful. And then you like showed it in the chat, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'll send it to you after the stream.
Somebody tell me what to
And
draw.
Nisa drew Tierney as well. I got to give credit to Nisa's adorable drawing. They did too.
I did a little bit, yeah, like off the top of my head.
I
so
need
cute.
I
Thank
need
you
an
all.
idea. I have no ideas. Somebody tell me what to draw.
Tierney?
What's in your heart, Trixie? Oh,
That-
Jeremy.
No, do what's in your heart. Do
What
what's in
is
your
in
heart.
Komugi's heart?
I looked in my heart and I saw Shiki from Kata no Kyokai, but I'm not really confident I could draw her at all, but I could give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
Do it. That's a great idea. I
I
thought you were
remember
going to
she
say
has
someone
cool
from...
boots.
You thought I was going to say what?
someone from Shiki, and I was like, good luck with the hair.
Oh no. Nah,
Gonna give
Shiki.
myself Shiki hair.
Shiki Ryogi. I gotta start with the eyes, I guess. Alright. I feel like I should be playing music or something in the background, but I don't know. I don't want to drown us out when we actually talk.
Could be like very low, I guess.
Oh, if you go on Genki and Sienna, there is copyright-free, very chill anime music on my channel. It's called Music for Live Stream. So if you want an easy playlist to go to that's all instrumental, if you need help finding it, I can help you. But it's like a public playlist on my channel.
I'll go for it.
Hell yeah.
I don't think you all will be able to hear it, but the unless you want, I don't know. Would you want me to put it through to you all, or just play it for the live stream?
I guess for the live stream, I don't mind drawing in silence.
Yeah, same.
There. There was actually one vocal song in there because I had it in there, but I removed it. So if you were on the playlist really quickly, then refresh. But if you haven't got there yet, then perfect.
I just
RIP Corrector Yui opening.
Yeah, that was the one. The Corrector Yui OP was there. Now it's just Corrector Yui like level up sounds.
Should I draw
Like,
Corrector Yui again?
Do it. That's a great idea.
Alright, let me grab all the reference we had of her.
Okay. Now we've triumphantly got Ray Earth music playing in the background, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Looks like it's working. Oh man, y'all have no idea how like stressed I was that this technologically was not going to be viable. Like up until this, like this moment. I'm like, oh okay, it's actually all working somehow.
Yeah, we got there.
We did it.
This is an amazing opportunity. I'm just here bonding and like having fun talking with a bunch of people I really like appreciate and consider good friends. And it's on Trixie's channel, so it's actually archived. This is amazing.
Yeah. Very
Well, like,
cool.
Yeah, I think my biggest regret is I used the stream art and I did it all on Twitch, and then I got depressed and I did not download all of my VODs.
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of lost media out there.
I should download last night's Twitch VOD before that shit gets taken down inevitably, actually. Now that I mention it. I don't know how the fuck that's even up.
What's
It was
crazy is
just
it took like 2
nonstop
months.
copyright.
According to someone
Oh,
like
they just mute the
Max
parts that have
Potion,
copyright.
that's what I was about to say. I think Max Potion in the chat last night was the one who I learned that from. If it was you, then shout out for teaching me that. But yeah, like Z said, they'll just mute it, Trixie. It won't actually like remove the stream. It'll just mute that part.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw her Earth outfit.
Oh, Yui's Earth outfit. That's an awesome idea. Elemento suit, though.
Yeah. Oh wow, this
Photo
reference
go.
image is very tiny.
Have you
There you
tried
go.
Zero Chan? Zero Chan might have some good Yui images on it, like because they have like all official anime art on there.
Yeah. I'm mostly using Google right now. But
Good idea.
if I struggle to find, I can look elsewhere.
Yeah, I usually use Google and the dreaded Pinterest sometimes, even though it's full of AI
Oh,
right now,
Oh boy.
or probably
Yeah.
forever.
it's pretty bad these days.
Yeah.
I never used it, but I heard the news and I sympathize with y'all. That's gotta suck.
There's an old anime OVA called Doomed Megalopolis, and just those words flashed into my head when you said that. Just AI forever. I'm like, it's over. Doomed Megalopolis.
I think that's by Rintaro, if I'm not mistaken. Doom Megalopolis is.
It is in fact it's a pretty cool looking, but like I mean, like most of Rintaro's work, very cool looking, kind of boring for the most part. Has some like, crazy shit that happens, but then you're like, all right, when's the crazy shit gonna come back? My favorite Rintaro is X1999.
It's X.
Yeah. very
Based.
good.
I was gonna say he peaked with X. That shit is so fucking cool.
Yeah, X was hard. Because it is just like nonstop, cool ass, incomprehensible nonsense, but like with clamp art.
Exactly, which makes it feel like it inherently has like heart and soul because Clamp just draws like people who feel like they're alive. I don't know how to describe it any other way.
Interesting.
Like there's no Clamp thing I've ever seen, like even the ones with kind of odd looking art, like Holic or something, that doesn't feel like those are like people with soul, you know? Like even if Holic has kind of weird like proportions, it has so much soul to it and it's such a big inspiration.
Hmm.
As most shoujo is. They are very talented female artists.
Very,
Nisa, what is your favorite shoujo if you had to try to pick like one? Because I know you love lots.
I think you know which one I'm gonna say though. It's definitely
His and her,
Katakano for sure.
yes, his and her circumstances, Karikano. That's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Nisa became like best buds over our love of Karikano. It's so good.
It
Yeah,
is
that was like our
fucking
first conversation and we hit it off like right away.
definitely a favorite. It's one of those where like the characters are so well done that like over time I've met people who like are those characters, you know, where it's like I'll meet I've definitely met at least one person who was like, my upbringing is literally Ari Rice's upbringing. Like they watched the show and were just like stun locked by it, you know, like, oh my god, that's me, that's anime me.
So valid.
Yeah, he has a very.
Kamugi?
Luca.
You can
I'm
call me
sorry.
Coco.
Sometimes Coco. Yes, I was gonna say Coco, but I was like, wait, nobody's gonna know who I'm referring to if I say Coco.
I love that
But I
because it's
still,
like the mascot from Precure who's named Coco, so I always am happy to be called that.
yeah, I still like Coco. He has a very interesting arc in the manga. Unfortunately, the anime ends so abruptly because of all the nonsense that was going on with production, and I don't think the manga artist even wanted Ano to continue directing the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
Don't
I
they
know
kind of hate it?
there's
I
some
think so. Yeah.
there's videos about this by somebody. I'm sure you saw these, Komu. Who about like that. I think there was a bit more to it than that, than like just that the author didn't like it, but also it's like I'm sure there was a level on which Ano was just trying to get out of Gainax because like it was just bad, just like a bad scene. Like I don't know if y'all saw this happen like 5 years ago where he wrote this like long ass expose on Gainax, and like I did a video about it. I don't talk about it much because I had a beard in it. I should probably redo it just because like it was a crazy story, because it was basically like the guys who'd been running it had been just pretty much using it for like just gambling the money away, you know, like making lots of money and then putting a lot of it into their own pockets at the, you know, cost of business operations, and just like running all their IPs into the ground and just generally being just like a really badly run company because the people at the top are shysters. In that, well, is that
So
a
unfair for
racist
the
term?
poor artists.
Actually,
And
now that I think
I'm not
about
sure.
it, that sounds like a racist term. What's another word for that?
I would just call them
Scammers.
degenerates because
Scammers.
they were literally degenerates.
They were degenerates, but I don't consider that an insult personally. But they were also scammers. That's, you know, you don't want to be around scammers at the very least.
Yeah, the poor artists and directors and everyone who was creative at Gainax were just getting their projects fucked over because of scammers at the top. That's a great summary of it. I love that video by you, by the way.
Yeah, that was a crazy time, but it made me understand everything Ano had done over the last 20 years. Was like, oh, he's just trying to get Ava away from Gainax. Like, that's all this was about, is like, I don't want these fucking people to tarnish the legacy of this thing I did, so I'm gonna do it myself. I'll tarnish the legacy in a way that they can never recover from, and make it mine forever. Pretty brilliant, actually. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I'll be fucked up when Ano dies. Like I thought about it recently. I'm like, oh no, he's like getting old. Like, but he's also Japanese, and like, I've been worried about Norio Wakamoto dying the whole time I've known about him because he was like in his late 60s then, and now he's like 80 something, and I'm like, we've lost so many people young in that time, you know, that I wasn't worried about. So you can only be
Yeah.
so worried, you know. I can't believe 2 of the voice actresses from Umineko died in the time that I've been playing Umi. Like within 3 months of me starting the game, 2 of the
Yeah.
main actresses died. Natsuhi
And thankfully,
and
no more.
was it?
It was Kitty, I believe.
Yeah, Kirie and Natsuhi's voices, which are like the 2 hardest for me to perform. Also, so I even feel bad. Like I don't give them that great of performances compared to like the Japanese. Whereas there's some characters like, I don't know. I think it's weird that the Japanese voice of Maria goes like so deep when she does the other personality. Like she doesn't have to make her not sound like a kid anymore, you know. I try to just keep her sounding young.
Sorry to put you on the spot about this topic, but I have a friend who like really cares about voice actors and wouldn't mind the shout out. So shout out to Ren-kun, aka Midnight Realm VA on YouTube, does great Precure parodies, but he knows about voice actors. So could you tell me who are the voices you passed from Umineko? Because I might know due to him.
Oh man, I don't actually remember either of their names because they weren't actors who I was like following or anything. I don't really follow the scene in like
I can look it up
closely because I don't know Japanese that well, and like when it comes to following voice actors, if you can't listen to like all the radio dramas and like, you know, TV appearances that aren't really getting subbed into English, then it feels like you're just missing out on a lot.
I see. Do you know the characters' names?
Yeah, Natsuhi and Kirie.
Thank you. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah.
But they're both like pretty famous like actresses who'd been around for a long time, but they were both only in like their late 40s. So it was very strange for both of them to die, and especially for it to happen right. I literally was like, if a third one dies, I'm gonna stop playing this game because that's one of the things that is cursed.
Oh yeah, Natsuhi is Emi Shinohara, most known for being Sailor Jupiter in Japanese. I do know her.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Kitty is like Atsuko Tanaka.
Yeah, Atsuko Tanaka's in like all kinds of shit, I feel like. It's definitely a name I'm very familiar with hearing.
Oh my gosh, I think she's literally Motoko from Ghost in the Shell. She is Motoko.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
I remember.
This is the kind of thing I probably psychologically blocked out because I just didn't want to accept it.
Like me and Takahiro Kimura.
Motoko's not with you, and who with what?
Takahiro Kimura, the character designer of Brigadoon and co-character designer of Code Geass, along with Clamp, although people always forget about that. And he designed Go Danner, so he drew all those sexy ladies.
Oh man, I love the designs of Go Danner.
So pretty.
Great looking Go Danner! Fucking
I can literally sing it, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Go Danner's an anime about like a married couple that both fight in mechs together, but like the husband's really trying to like keep the wife out of it. He's like, nah, you're too young. Also, why did you marry somebody so young though, dude?
Yeah, that's a little sus.
This is a whack-ass Shiki that I'm drawing. I don't even think this qualifies as Shiki, but it's okay. It's so good.
Looks pretty cute, honestly.
It looks adorable.
She's a little too, like, depraved to be. She doesn't look calm enough. Like, Shiki's a little more collected and, like, together. This is, like, frazzled.
It's Shiki who's seen some shit.
Not that Shiki hasn't seen some shit. I actually think...
Yeah.
I actually think maybe Shiki's seen so much shit that she's dissociated out of being able to feel this way. Because she's like... Have you seen Kara no Kyokai, Ellen?
Yeah, but I did not understand anything at the time, so I barely remember what it was about.
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty fucking confusing. I mean, the main
Remember there was
thrust
a
of it is
building that
like
was very weird.
basically because of the fact that she can see lines that if she cuts them, something dies. She kind of becomes like obsessed with that fact, like the fact that she could kill anything. And so, like, she's so traumatized by the idea. I think she maybe accidentally kills somebody when she's young or something like that, and or like it's in self-defense, but ultimately she sees herself as a murderer, so she ends up just forming multiple personalities. And there's one that's like I'm just a murderer, that's all I exist to do, or like I was basically created from the fact that Shiki did this. And then there's like, you know, normal girl Shiki, basically, who, while still like a quiet dissociative person, is not like obsessed with murder the same way. And the main guy like falls in love with her pretty much at first sight, and then kind of as he's interacting with her starts realizing like, I'm not interacting with the same person every time I talk to you, you know, like there's something going on here. And then you know, finds out about her like weird murder obsession. And at first he's just like, yeah, but you wouldn't do that though, because you're so good, like you're such an obviously good person, you just wouldn't kill anybody. But turns out there's reason to have to kill somebody sometime, because there's some evil fucking people with superpowers running around, and Shiki's the only one who can really stop them. So in a way, she's
Gonna
a
have to kill that guy.
superhero. Yeah, in the end, she does kill a guy, and he, even though he told her he would not forgive her if she ever did that, he does, because he's a simp, and he's just like, well, I guess I'll just live with the guilt of dating a murderer, ha 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 ha, and has like a total smile on his face, like he just doesn't care. Turns out my morals were not that powerful, actually.
No, she killed the guy, but still hot.
That guy did. The guy also did like lick her everywhere, like
Yeah, I remember that scene. It was
like
very
just
uncomfortable.
just like drools all over her. It's like this big gloppy drool the way they animated it.
It's very gross.
Good old UFO table.
Wait, so did this come out before or after Tsukihime?
It actually, the original novel came out before Tsukihime. It was the first thing that
Oh, that's interesting.
that Type Moon did, but it's a light novel rather than a. It's also like it's so early into light novels that was like not even a terminology that was really popular yet either. I think it was.
wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the main character in that has the exact same power.
Yeah, yeah, they reused the Mystic Eyes of Death. Well, they're technically set. I think all of their stuff is technically set in the same universe, or like
In the same universe.
parallel
Kinda, yeah.
universes and stuff. And I know there's like all this fucking lore for all of them that like interconnects.
It's way too much.
I really try to stay away from the
It is
Nasu
too
verse, mostly because like Fate fans are
No,
Untolerable?
cringe.
hard. Yeah,
Sorry.
they're difficult for me. I've had a lot of negative run-ins with Fate fans. I'm not saying liking Fate makes you a bad person. I'm just saying that there's a lot of Fate fans.
There's a
that-
correlation with that.
It's funny as heck that before Trixie even spoke, all of us interjected like, "Oh, they're hard to deal with. Oh, they're really hard to tolerate." Like,
Because we know.
Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday with some of the people on the server. Like, Fate is one of those things that I would probably have been really into if I had gotten around to it in like my teenage years, but it nowadays is too much. I can absolutely not get into that kind of thing. I can only have one Toho, is what
Well,
I say.
It also doesn't
Just
help.
one
that,
obsession.
like circa 2006, getting into Fate meant like you read one really long visual novel, and now it means like fucking a whole bunch of long visual novels, a gacha game, like 10 anime, fucking, you know, all these side materials, a magical girl show that's got 4 fucking
Yes.
seasons, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it, but it's Magical Girl, so I have to stand. I've never seen it though.
You don't have to stand.
Yeah, that one doesn't.
Even I have my limits. I just like supporting Magical Girls.
I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of support, everyone say goodbye to this drawing I did of Trixie, of Tyranny giving his praise to Trixie, because I'm going to start something new. So I'm going to save this, and it's going
I
to
like that
disappear.
background you added to that. It looks nice.
Yeah. Wait, before I take it away, let me get a better look at it. Oh yeah, that looks very
Aw,
good.
I like
Very
that.
cute.
Very good.
Thank you
Trixie's
so
a
much.
witch MILF.
Tyranny, say it.
Is he-
He's a bit of a player, as
Is
Trixie has said.
Z-Cypher... Hey, is Z-Cypher's screen still moving? I can't... Are you doing something? Okay.
It looks like they're having some connection issues. Yeah.
Oh no.
Just had to be sure, because I was like, wait a minute, that menu's been open too long. I'm trying to
But yeah,
write...
my only...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you go first.
I'm just writing these Mystic Eyes of Death Perception, but I don't think I've given myself enough space to actually write it all.
I was going to say, I basically feel completely happy with this art, which is rare for me, especially drawing on computers, which I'm not used to. I do all my animations on my channel on my phone. But the only thing I have is that I drew Tyranny off model. That was a Freudian slip right there. I drew Tyranny off model. I made him buffer than he actually looks, but it is kind of like wish fulfillment art, so it totally works fine. He's got a big buff arm, and he's kind of got like a posture like a Beware from Pokemon, if anyone knows those.
Yeah, Beware or whatever.
Yeah, that guy.
All of the icons on screen are gonna be a bit funky until it
Yeah.
gets back into the thing. But that's okay. Let me just probably unlist just that avatar for now.
I draw her hair yet. That's the most fun part to draw. Okay, let me figure this out. Her bangs are kind of wild too.
I'll bring that back when he gets back. I have to pee.
Alright, pit stream. Let's go.
OP.
I'll be back.
I will ask questions to the chat while Trixie steps away. My questions I want to ask are, first of all, for Ellen, when you were working on Harpy Story when you first started, when did you make a decision on if you wanted it to be in color or in black and white? Did you decide that like right away, or is that something you found out while you were drawing, or what?
No, that was already a decision from the start, mostly because, I mean, first of all, because I like, color stuff and I have fun coloring stuff, but also because I don't have a whole lot of experience like drawing in like black and white and more manga styles, so I do just naturally gravitate towards like color a lot more because of that. But like even if you draw black and white, there's still like a lot of technique you need to know to like kinda color like skin tones, right? Stuff like that. And I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so it's a lot more comfortable for me doing it on color, and I think it looks really really good. It gives it a lot of personality.
Yeah.
I am a huge advocate of the Harpy Story being in color, because when we talked about it on Scooter Pitch podcast, me and Taper Clip, Taper was discussing like color versus black and white manga, and I was like, I can't see Harpy Story in anything else besides color, because all those details of like the spells and the buildings and the fabrics are all more readable and noticeable in color. So that's why I love the fact that you did that. It makes it stand out too.
Can you drag Z-Cypher back in?
Oh, yes,
sure.
of course. Good, Ellen's on it, because I don't actually know how. I still haven't learned how to do that step.
Okay, let me see. Just do this. Yeah. Alright. There he is.
Alright. I can't be nostalgic any longer. It's time to say goodbye to this drawing. I've saved it a million different times. Time for something new.
Goodbye, drawing.
Bye. Bye, drawing.
Yeah, I see Landon talking about it in chat. Like, drawing in black and white is just hard for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like easier for some people, but it's something that I don't know. Every time I try doing it, like, I guess my brain doesn't really click with that for some reason.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I see Z in call, but no live. Still sorting it out.
Yeah, basically, we were just helping them with that, basically.
Make these cheeks bigger.
Oh my god, Ellen, that's adorable.
Oh, thank you. Drawing my girl, corrector Yui.
What does she
The
do?
best.
What's she do?
She's the
She's
Kirby magical girl.
yeah, in a way. Like I believe it's closer to like Mega Man in a way because
Oh, I just meant the voice actress. It's literally
Oh,
Kirby's voice
yeah.
actress, remember? Yeah.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah, she basically has this thing where she's a magical girl who goes in like the internet in this like VR SAO future thing and fights like these evil programs that are trying to like basically fuck up with everyone's internet usage and cause problems. And she meets with a bunch of other characters for like other like virtual AI programs, and they all give her different powers when they're around. And this suit that I'm drawing is like this one, she gets like a different suit for every power. And there's like the Earth suit that makes her like super athletic and strong and whatnot. It's basically the melee suit that she has. It's very good, and like I love character Yu because she's so endearing and dumb and fun, and she's just like me for friends.
I never would have thought to like rewatch Corrector Yui based on my like childhood viewing, if not for Ellen and how much
I
they
gotta
like,
drag Z
praised
in
it.
here. Oh, wait,
Okay.
no, never
I
mind.
think I managed to get in.
And it's so good. It's such a great show, is what I was gonna say. And it's good because it's right after Cardcaptor Sakura, like late '90s. So it has kind of that energy, but the fact that it's online and the fact that she's antivirus, the magical girl, basically, it
Yeah.
really gives it a lot of unique storytelling potential because she can like help someone out with like their computer issues. Like if someone like made a AI on their computer that they really love and care about, she like helps save that AI because she values all life, even digital life.
Yeah,
So
that is true. That is a very big plot point in a lot of the episodes, where it's basically like showing that all these NPCs and whatnot, they're still alive in their own way, right? In their own world.
100% agree. It's one of my favorite things about the show. And it has a really cool wolf bad guy who's like a wolf general who causes bad guy things. And I feel like he was a direct inspiration on Wolf Rune, the very iconic wolf bad guy from Precure. It's like
There
the
we
same
go.
kind of concept, even similar colors.
We've got Z Cypher back on screen.
Yeah.
Oh, Z Cypher's here.
I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna look weird.
After much
Oh.
struggling, this might be a bit better. I didn't want to stream on my iPad because I don't have like headphones plugged into it, so I don't want you guys to just like hear yourselves.
Yeah. No,
Gotcha.
understandable. Looks good though. It's back. It's happening.
Yeah.
I've reformatted us back to correct format. Shout out eventually in the chat. Shout out everyone. Kino.
Oh, eventually is
Brody.
awesome.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to drawing. I'm gonna do a new picture. I
Yeah,
really,
I kind of want to
really,
do something new.
I really love that corrector Yui that Ellen is doing up there. Like, she's just incredibly fucking adorable.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, drawing cute things is my main skill, I suppose.
Nisa, are you drawing Revy from Black Lagoon?
I was, but it's giving me a headache because I was trying to make some patterns on the dresses,
yes.
but it just was like I don't even know what I want to do because I was just winging it the whole time.
I like the way you draw your flowers.
Thank you. Well, I don't know. I was thinking more of like because I should have just pulled up a reference, but I was thinking of like Chinese dresses that I've
Yeah.
seen before, and they kind of have like that lily thing going on. That's what I was
Mhm.
trying to do.
I realized,
Yeah.
like, I kept staring at it, thinking, like, this is a character I know, but why isn't it clicking? And then it finally occurred to me that it's Revi, but she's dressed like one of the Kanan characters. Do you know Kanan?
I do, but I don't. I've never seen it.
Oh man, there's a whole episode where the two main girls are like fighting in China dresses, and it's pretty fucking hot. It's pretty stellar. Kanan is not like a great show, but it is a great show if you like. God, I mean, it's very Yuri bait. Like, there's no out and out Yuri in it, but like, it's a bunch of hot girls like either fighting or like being all over one another. So
So
you
it's
know,
an average season of Precure in terms of the Yuri bait then.
yes, actually, yes. It's like if Precure was like a violent gun show with the character designer of Fate. So, it's pretty fun. I have it on. I think when I posted my pictures of my collection, I think Nisa, you had commented about it, seeing the Blu-ray. And that's why I wasn't sure if you had seen it or not. But
Oh, that show with the two girls.
yes,
They're kind of and then the main character has like white hair. Yes.
Yes.
I just like blanked out. I just remember the OP being like so hype. That's the only thing I remember from that show.
It's got a really cool ass animation, and like the first few episodes are really fun, and like the rivalry between the two main girls is really fun. But otherwise, like the show is kind of like it doesn't matter. It's one of those like where as it goes, it kind of falls apart, and you're like, okay, can this just be over now? Did this have to be 13 whole episodes? You know?
Yeah.
This could have been like a six episode OVA. It did not need to be 13. But
that's what it would have been in the 80s.
Exactly. The 2000s were just not like that. What should I try to draw? I'm not very good at drawing humans. I should really try to draw something that's not a human.
Mascot.
Yeah.
Which mascot? Should I really try Tyranny? I don't know if I want to jump right into a Tyranny. You know, I feel like I gotta practice before I just jump right into the big leagues.
You got to get yourself ready for the important Tyranny drawing of every artist. Have to do that.
You know what? I'm gonna try
That will make me so happy.
I'm gonna try a Keto-chan.
I will draw Tyranny. I will draw Tyranny.
Thank you, Nisa. And I also love Karo-chan. So for anyone who doesn't know who the hell I am, I'm Genki and Sienna, aka That One Lucario fan, and I love mascots. That's like the whole friendship that I have with all these wonderful people. They talk about mascots, and it makes me feel very appreciated.
Yeah. Love some cute mascots.
I'm glad you reminded me. I need to ask everybody to start self-promoting themselves. Z-Cypher, you have commissions open, right?
Yes, I have a VGen. It's just whatever the VGen link is. I'm sorry, I do not have it memorized. VGen.co/ZCypher.
Luckily, none of you have to memorize shit because I put all of your links in my link tree. So if you go to linkter.e/goldenwitch and scroll to the bottom of the very short page, you'll get to the Golden Butterflies section where I linked pretty much everybody who hangs out a lot in the Discord and also is a really dope artist, including all of the present company. So you'll find everyone's links down there. But do just tell me, Z, you actually do booths and shit at cons, right?
Yeah, I just started going to conventions about a year ago. So I haven't been doing it super long, but I have done over like 10 shows at this point.
That's a lot.
Because once I started, I just kind of kept going.
Yeah. I guess you must pull pretty decently to afford to keep doing it.
It's rough, especially when you're like starting out, because like there's definitely a difference between like the shows that are like cash grabs and the shows that are actually good, and the shows that are actually good are like highly competitive.
I see. What's an example of a highly competitive one?
Probably like, well, it sucks even more because like something like ASIN or Anime Boston or SakuraCon, those are all going to be like lotto cons. Even AX, Anime Expo, the biggest convention, this anime convention, is like went full lotto this year. So I had a bunch of friends who like got in for the first time this year.
I frankly would not go back to Anime Expo even if I was
I don't.
getting
would not.
paid. I'm not a fan. I'd just be like,
Is it like,
sorry.
why is it so bad?
It's in downtown LA,
Mhm.
and they have never capped the member limit. Like they've never decided that this is too many people. So it's now like 100,000 fucking, or maybe even 150,000. It's gotten ridiculously huge. It's by far and away the biggest anime convention, and like the convention center is simply not built to handle that many people, and neither is downtown LA, which is like a sincerely dangerous, like, you know, dense, hot. It takes place in June also, so it's like just, you know, it's
Yeah.
100 degrees.
Mm.
There's like, you know, unhoused persons bleeding all over the sidewalk everywhere you go. Like people are roughed up out there. Like people are beating each other up in the streets of LA. It's like it's a tough. You're gonna see some shit, you know, like when you're walking around the streets going around Anime Expo, and like again, you're in a place it's hard to get around. All the hotels are even like the guest hotels are like pretty far away from the con itself. So we were Ubering, you know, every morning to even get to the convention pretty much, or else it's a 30-minute walk.
Yeah, and the parking's ass too.
Yeah.
And there's people that I heard of last year that they got their like U-Hauls and their vans and stuff broken into and just shit stolen. It was a mess.
Oh, Jesus.
When I was there, my impression was like, because I was like on the lowest level, I was a guest at the convention, and because I had a guest pass, me and my posse of Munchie and Nate were able to access like the hallways that they basically just keep clear so important people can go through them. But because there are hallways they keep clear, it means the hallways they don't keep clear are fucking slammed. So like I literally was like, there's no way I would have done this if I didn't have the ability to bypass all these crowds. I simply would have left the convention. Like I would have just been like, I'd rather have fun in LA, you know, like this. Standing in a big sweaty crowd of people trying to get through a hallway for an hour is not my idea of a good time. And also the wait, like if you want to get into any of the cool panels, you got to be in line like 2 fucking hours early because there's so many people trying to get in to see Trigger or fucking Yuri on Ice was that year. Like, you know, I don't want to sit in line for 2 hours and miss what to me is the point of the convention, which is like walking around, meeting people, hanging out, you know, like the secondary to that is you get to see some cool people, some cool famous people or whatever. But like once you've kind of been on the inside where you're like, well, okay, sure, it's cool to see a panel with these people, but if I really want to, I can get myself into a position that I can actually just meet these people because they're like not celebrities, you know, they're like animators, anime staffers. Like, you don't really need to go to a convention to connect with a lot of those people. So I don't know. It's like cons are fun until it gets to be like a stressful hassle. And as soon as it like crosses that threshold, it's kind of like, I don't know if this was worth it. And I don't think it's possible for Anime Expo to not be that for everybody there, you know? I had like the least responsibility I could possibly have, and I was still like, I don't know if this one was worth it, you know? Although that was the year where like lots of people made lots of connections. It was where I met was the first only time I've met Super Eye Patch Wolf. He was cool. I did not meet Joey the Anime Man, but everyone else I knew did, and they all talked about how great he was, and I was like,
Oh, sweet.
okay, I see. That must be why he's so popular. He's just like a nice guy.
The cool guy.
Who else did I mean, I said I was there with Munchie. Oh, I met Frank Jav C. That was interesting. Big music YouTuber.
Wonderful. He does So Damn Beautiful.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And there were other people there that I knew from the internet, but That was the only really neat part. The rest of it was just like, wow, it's sure hot in fucking L.A.
There's sure a lot of
Summertime.
people here.
Yep.
It sure
I
is
can only
boring
imagine.
around here.
I
Can only
wonder
imagine the
what's for dinner.
smell.
I can only imagine this.
Oh.
It was not good. It was not the best smell. I mean, cons don't generally smell amazing, but that one, you know, it was baking. It smelled worse outside though. Like inside the con was, you know, sweat. Outside was smog and fucking filth and just city stench. Like the rising soak of a fucking sun-baked LA.
Oh God. I'm kind of shocked actually, but I've never been to LA, so
It's one of the, I mean, downtown LA is one of the scarier places that I've been. It's not quite as scary as Baltimore, where Otakon takes place, but Otakon has a really nice convention center, and they have limits on how many people are allowed to come to conventions, so they've never run into these problems. The worst thing about Otakon is like registration lines have been really bad some years, but they've mostly worked that out. So, like, that's usually most conventions' biggest issue is like they end up with understaffed to handle the lines or whatever at registration, and then people have to spend like 6 hours missing stuff they want to do because they're standing at the registration line or whatever.
Aw.
Yeah, mid-sized cons, that's really where it's at. If it's too big, it's going to be like a lot of lines. And if it's too small, there's not going to be anything to do there. So, you know, that nice mid-range is where it's at.
yeah, that's what I'm like getting from that.
All right, please tell me hot female characters I should include in this image who Terumi is trying to find. He's trying to chase them down, though they're going to be like in the background. Give me hot female characters. From media, your OCs, anyone you're okay with being pursued by Terumi.
Hot female characters. Well, there's a lot of those.
Whoa, that's an awesome, that's a really cool Tirami. That pink one, I love it.
Oh, on Nisa's screen. Or Z's drawing a Terumi? What? I'm going over there right now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Oh, you don't have
my
them all
God.
open at once together? You,
Yeah, I have to
Cute.
alternate. Something about my version of Discord makes me go watch, watch, watch. I'm opening up Z right now.
I see.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I
I'm
literally
just
watching the
now.
stream like on my laptop because my computer just refuses to connect to the internet right now.
That is the cutest freaking thing in the world. Wait, what did you say just now? Sorry, my brain didn't fully process that.
I disconnected.
Okay, but now you're back.
Oh my god. I was just saying that my computer won't connect to the internet anymore. And then I guess my internet is just crapping.
It can't make up its mind if it is in or out right now. It's like I'm in a superposition Schrodinger's internet. Well, your Tirami looks absolutely incredible. I'm tripping because I was looking down making my Kero-chan drawing, and then I looked up and there's like a complete Tirami in front of me, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, I don't remember you starting that drawing, and it's already like in the finishing stages.
Yeah, the cipher is very fast.
Z, I am thankful for you for life. Everyone, please go show my thanks by following the cipher on Blue Sky. It'll be in the description. You need to. I'm so thankful.
Yeah,
I love my
absolutely
friend.
follow him. He does great art.
Not only in the description, but in the link tree permanently. Everyone's links. Everyone's links are in the link tree. So go to the link tree. There's commissions. I don't think Nisa's taking commissions, or me. Obviously, nobody wants to commission my art. It's fucking dog shit. But I do believe Komugi, Z Cipher, and Ellen will all take commissions if offered.
Gladly. Your Kero-chan is wonderful, by the way. Don't beat yourself up. And you know what he reminds me of?
Oh, sorry, I took him off screen, but yeah, what?
You remember in Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water, the little like lion cub that the girl had?
Yeah.
He reminds me of that in a way.
I can see what you mean. Let me try something else. Ketotron was a little too complicated for me. I'm just gonna draw like a Jigglypuff or something.
You could draw Kirby again.
That's true. Kirby
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty
Kirby
decent.
was good.
But I feel like I don't want to repeat of. I don't want to do the same thing again. I gotta try. Let's see if I can do Puff.
I remember when Jigglypuff was like relevant in the Pokemon anime.
Yeah, it was going to be like another mascot along with Pikachu for a while.
Yeah, like that. It was weird because like Jigglypuff was pretty popular. I feel with the adults who watched Pokemon with me. Like Pikachu was like, yeah, okay, Pikachu, cute. Like everyone just kind of loved Jigglypuff, but they never capitalized on that.
She had such a good concept. Like the fact that she would just get like really pissed off when people didn't listen to her sing and draw on their faces. Like,
Yeah.
or not even that they didn't listen, that her singing puts them to sleep. And it's like, it created like in me at least as a kid, I was always sitting there like, but that's literally her power. Like that is like simultaneously, like I guess any other Jigglypuff would probably be using this to their advantage, but she's like, no, I want to be a star. Like it almost seems like it's contradictory to a Jigglypuff. Like singing isn't meant to be something they do for an audience. It's something they're meant to do as a self-defense mechanism.
Yeah.
But this one like really wants to sing, you
So-
know?
I stopped
Yeah.
watching Pokemon before the Advanced Generation came out, and I feel like in the Advanced Generation, for at least the games, they introduced abilities. So there would have been Pokemon that had like the ability Insomniac or whatever, where they can't be put to sleep. And that would have been like a good end to the arc to
That
be
would
like
be-
Jigglypuff finds a Pokemon
Oh,
that,
that would be
doesn't
so
get
cute.
put to sleep.
Yeah,
They become
I don't
friends.
remember that happening, not because there's too many damn episodes in Pokemon.
Wait, does anything happen to that Jigglypuff in specific? Like, does it like is there a reason it isn't around anymore after a point? I can't really remember.
I don't think so. I think they just moved away from Kanto, so
Yeah.
they just stayed behind and was never mentioned again.
That's really sad. That's sad that we never got an end to the arc.
Yeah.
There is the Pokemon Shoujo manga where Jigglypuff is the main character.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think I might have an issue of that or something.
It's so kawaii. I remember when I was telling you about Corrector Yui and about how Kirby is the voice of Corrector Yui, you said the art style reminded you of that Pokemon Shoujo manga.
I did.
Yeah, you said that, Trixie. I wouldn't even have been reminded of the Pokemon Shoujo manga if not for that discussion with you. I remember that you made me think
Pokemon
like, oh,
Magical
yeah.
Journey, right? That one.
Yes, which I've never read, despite me being the ultimate shoujo fan.
It's
I
very
haven't been
very
able to-
cute. It's very 90s shoujo for sure.
Like a Kazuki Cha-Cha kind of thing.
Yeah, that exactly. Yeah, that brand of just like cutesy, girly, you know. It feels like a 90s magical girl thing, but it happens to be Pokemon instead of magical girl.
Oh, bless. This is like the coolest stream ever. I'm learning about so many cool things.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy that. That manga. I never did finish it, and I would like to because it's cute.
Oh, we've got a request from Kino of the chat who wants me to use their character, I think their character, correct me if I'm wrong, Kino, called Coral Glasses. It's a really freaking cool character. So I'm going to draw Coral Glasses. I'm not sure if they're from an indie game or they're your OC, but either way, it's fine. These are just, copyright-free drawings. If
Also, I
is
got
your
a,
OC, they're
a
amazing.
super chat from Yakuman. Corrector you mentioned. Hell yeah.
If both Ellen and Yakuman are like all in on this Corrector Yui thing, I might have to check this out. Like, is it like a good show, or you just like the character?
We've been watching it. Yakuman has been hosting a watch party with me, Ellen, and himself, and he said it's become one of his favorite magical girl anime.
It is it's like it has a lot of like it is a plot that doesn't take itself too seriously, but it has a lot of heart. It's very earnest, and like it has a lot of cool things going on. It's not just a silly little show. It's very good.
Sounds about my speed. Sounds like something I'd get drunk with Landon and watch if I was at his house.
Oh boy.
That stupid bastard got himself kicked out of our Discord server in 24 hours.
I've got to tell you, Trixie, though, if you watch Corrector Yui, watch out for when she has the fire elemental, because I could have melted, man.
I could have been melted, man.
I could have been
Getting
melt.
sentimental.
I love you all.
Love you too, Maggie.
Love you.
It's a love festival today. Love is in the air. I smell it on the wind. I don't know why I keep adding to the ears on this Jigglypuff. She's got like really dark ears now for some reason, but she's pissed off.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Did I forget anything about Jigglypuff here?
Hey Trixie,
Yeah.
can you like restart your stream because it's not showing up on the stream.
Like my in Discord, you mean?
Yeah, because like on the YouTube stream still shows your Shiki.
Oh, strange. Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, what's happening there?
Hold on. I can fix this, I think. No, not that. Okay. The issue seems to be...
Is that there's like a picture overlaid on top of your stream
Yeah.
is?
So the way I've been doing mine is that I have a window capture overlaid on top of my screen, because on my end it doesn't show my screen in Discord. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I've just been sharing like a window capture of Paint Tool Sci, but I guess that window capture crashed at some point, so I just
Yeah.
brought it back.
There we go. Now it works.
It's
Now I
Jigglypuff.
see your pouty Jigglypuff.
My pissed off Jigglypuff. She's mad, and she's got weirdly dark inner ears, because I didn't know when to stop drawing there. Alright, I guess I'll create another. I guess I'll start another new canvas here.
It's always so hard to say goodbye. I had to say goodbye earlier to my last drawing, and it's like, I saved it, but it's like, still feels like you have to send it off and say goodbye properly.
Nisa, the way you drew the faces in yours is the cutest thing in the whole universe.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, it looks really adorable.
I assume that's Komu on the right, and I am in love with her
Yes.
face.
Oh, I love it. Everyone makes me look so cute. It warms my heart. Almost as much as hugging Tiramisu with him full arm hugging me back. He would.
You notice his hand is right on your tits, right? It's just
Well aware.
I mean,
the
that
bad
is
hand.
like what he would do, to be fair, I feel like.
Everyone knows Tiramisu so well. Maybe because you all watch the anime, or maybe just through me, and I love it.
I know through you.
I still don't even remember what show this is from half the time.
It's
I'm
just
gonna give
become
him a
like
shot.
my husband. He's from the lore of Kamugi.
Yeah.
Yours is amazing.
I thought he was a
Yusei.
cat.
He is
Is he
a
not a cat?
Pomeranian. He's a Pomeranian fairy from a fairy kingdom known as Maple Land. So they all are based off animals, and his is Pomeranian.
Really? Thanks.
I can see the cat, though. I can see what you mean with cat. There is actually a cat on the side cast. There is also a Triceratops, and he's cute as fuck, and he has constant, like resting, I guess I would say resting troll face. If you look him up, definitely look up. He's named Triken. But Tiramisu is my husband because he is everything I love in a man. And he has the most beautiful face, and I love him. And I could go on all day, but I'm gonna stop myself. Yeah, the story behind these little mascots is that Shoji Gato, the light novel author, he made a really cool series called Full Metal Panic, and it was like a serious but also somewhat comedy, fish out of water comedy series about mecha. And then it had a comedy spin-off by Kyoto Animation and this one director guy, Nishimura, I think his name is. I forget his name. And that comedy spin-off was really good. Trixie likes it. And in that comedy spin-off, there was this little mascot suit of a mouse, and it would be like the characters would dress up in this mascot
Bonta-kun.
suit. Bonta-kun. And
Is he a
Shoji Gato,
mouse? I always thought he was even supposed to be like a bear, but like I don't know. He is just kind of like an obscure, like generic animal mascot, like in a
Yeah.
way.
so it's complicated because in Full Metal you could categorize him as any animal species you want because he's just a mascot suit. He's not a real living creature. But when they made Amagi, they said, what if we did Bonta-kun and a bunch of other mascots and they're alive and they come from a fairy kingdom? So technically Full Metal and Amagi are not in the same universe because it wouldn't make sense for a random school to have a mascot that also is a mascot that's alive at a theme park. Like that wouldn't make sense in universe. So it's Bonta-kun, but it's not quite. He's called Moffle in Amagi, but he's the exact same design. So if you ever were curious about how that works, and it's the same director who also was the same guy who directed Dragon Maid, and he passed away unfortunately. Rest in peace to him. I swear his name's like Nishimura, and he directed Full Metal Fumofu, and he directed Magi and Dragon Maid and a bunch of other good stuff. He's a great director.
Yeah. You're talking about Takemoto, who died in the arson attack. I think it was.
That's right, Yasuhiro Takamoto. Thank you for
Oh,
correcting
damn.
me. I will always appreciate and honor his memory forever. His shows mean so much more to me than anyone could ever imagine. Like most people are just like, yeah, like Fumofu is a fun little comedy, and like, oh, I watched like one episode of Amagi. But to me, like this meant the world to me during a time when I really needed fluffy friends to help me. So bless that man.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Dragon Maid definitely did a lot for me when that came out too. And it
Yeah,
connected
same
me with
for
some of
me.
my like. That was definitely one of the shows that like talking about it drew in people that I ended up like being like a lot of the people I've become friends with. One of the things they really liked was that I talked about that show the way I did, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it's one of those. It's like kind of a like if somebody really gets that show, then I can think like, oh, okay, this person's like wants to be friendly, you know, like thinks the world should be a friendly place, so to speak.
Aw.
And speaking of Dragon Maid, you know what else is kind of like that? Harpy Star.
Yes.
Oh, Harpy Story is
Yeah.
pretty freaking adorable. Harpy Story definitely wants the world to be a hornier place, I think.
Yeah, well, it is basically like, you know, Toru and Kobayashi could have been a little hornier.
And Monster Love will save the world, if I remember, is one of the catchphrases and like taglines of the comic.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
got that from you. Because the original thing you said was monster fuckers will save the world. And like, that's a good line, but I can't use it just like that, right? So,
That's hilarious.
I'm so glad that my constant discussion of how beautiful mascot X human romance or like monster X human romance is led you to come up with that name. Monster
Yeah.
Love, that is a great, great, wonderful way of describing it. And
Yeah.
they're a great couple. That's why I doodled them.
Yeah, that was a very cute doodle.
Well, thank you. It looks like Kino has updated me and clarified that it is a character from Ina Dream BBQ Barbecue. If anyone's heard of that indie series, so
Ooh,
that's the
Ina.
girl I'm looking for. Please don't sue me, Ina, on YouTube. I know you're like a YouTuber. No, they won't sue me.
Ina is actually the character. YouTuber is a Joel G, I believe.
That's right, Joel. I've heard about that.
I've been wanting to play Dream Barbecue so much on stream, but I'm not sure if it's gonna run on my trash box. So I've been holding off on that.
I've accidentally given Tirami heterochromia but
Trixie's drawing. Hear me switching over to watch right now on Trixie's. I was watching Nisa and Z's.
yeah, let me zoom
Yeah.
out so you can see the whole image.
I feel bad that I'm the only one not drawing Tiramisu. So, but just to be clear, that's because I already drew him as warm up, and I'm gonna show you all right now.
I just needed a break from the thing I was working on. I don't like being
Yeah.
stuck.
Yours was amazing, Z. Genuinely, I saw yours. I even saw you coloring it with gradients. A Tirami drawing with
Yeah.
gradients. I'm so thankful.
The color
There
work
you
is
go.
really fantastic, especially what you did in the eyes. There's Ellen's, the subscribe to Genki
Yeah.
and Sienna. I like how in yours his tuft under kind of looks like a beard. Like he's
Yeah.
got like a funky beard.
I didn't super feel like drawing the rest of that, for a warm up. Obviously, if I was doing a more serious drawing, I would draw the whole back.
Oh my
so.
god, there's so much Tyranny on my screen right now. I'm literally seeing 4 of those. Or 5, I guess, if I looked at the live stream. It's pretty fucking adorable.
That sounds like my personal heaven. I'm gonna watch that right now. On
Yeah.
your
It's like all the tyranny.
They're all here and they're all so beautifully drawn. Oh, I love what Trixie said. It's true that he has this lion's mane, and sometimes it can look like a real manly tough beard because he can be my knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, back to you.
Take a look at the chat for a minute because I have not really been reading it.
Yeah, I'm keeping like a little bit of a side eye looking at the chat just to make sure everyone's behaving. I'm watching you. Yeah, it seems like everyone's just having a nice conversation.
Kino said, I can attest to that Kanan Kipao fight. They are really hot. Indeed. Kanan is definitely like a watch the fucking Sakuga compilation, don't watch the show type of a show. Just throw on some hot bisexual rap music and throw on the fucking you know what I'm trying to say. God damn it.
Bisexual rap music. I am not aware of that genre.
Well, I have this playlist I've been hawking since yesterday in the We Love Music chat that's called Put Me on the Fucking Bluetooth, and it's pretty much all just women who rap about being hyper bisexual and crazy and
Be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie.
Exactly. It's like 90 minutes of hot bisexual rap music, all with like the most intense hard beat you could possibly have. And I'm hoping I can embody that. Like, I'm hoping I'm going to listen to this playlist enough that the next personality that I inhabit will end up being somehow created from this playlist. I think that's what I'm going for or looking for from it. In the chat, eventually said, a little behind on the chat, but that's really cool that you started going to cons, Z. I agree. Fanime a few years ago had a ton of stolen merch, said Lizard.
Wait, what?
Fanime had a bunch of stolen merch a few years ago, I guess.
Oh, Fanime? Okay, that one's in California, I think.
I've heard more and more horror stories about AX as I've gotten more and more invested in the con world. Oh yeah, eventually just put on her first panel. I don't know what con at, but I assume in Northern California somewhere.
And about shoujo anime, I'd love to see it.
Yes, shoujo anime panel. I'm trying to pitch. I'm gonna start I need to remember to submit this to more cons. I wanted to do PortCon, but I think they already closed their submissions for 3 panels because they already have their schedule figured out.
I can't believe you're considering PortCon. That's so cool.
Well, because you're going there, so I was like, okay, this is one I could try, but it's like too soon for me to try to get in as like a guest or whatever. But there was another one, whichever one Z-Cypher told me about in Minneapolis, that I did submit a panel application for, the gaming one.
Oh, 2D-Con?
Yes, and for that one I submitted because I've spent like years trying to figure out what panel would I want to do, like what panel would I want to do over and over again at different conventions, and like I think the answer is like cute 'em ups, because it's like the only genre that I've never seen anybody like specialize in just that, but I kind of like all of them. So I feel like I could always talk about it and be like, yeah, this is a cool... And I count Toho among that genre, so it's...
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
A little bit stealth also, so a Toho thing, but I think my stream image died again. I'm going to try to figure out how to get it back.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is true. I couldn't see Tyranny when I checked the YouTube version. I was going to check it that way, and I did not see. I just saw, like, images of your Discord, I think. Or it said your stream is still running.
Yeah, I see that too. I'm trying to figure out how to make it come back.
Now it's gotta have a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Always.
good measure.
It's gone way better than I expected, let's be honest.
Yeah, this has been one of the coolest things I've ever participated in, and I'm so thankful. Like, this was amazing, and it's still going, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I can't figure out why it's not letting me stream the side window anymore. Very strange.
Let me know in chat if it's out of character for this ENA Dream Barbecue Girl to be drawn smiling. I wanted her to be happy because this is a happy image, but if it's out of character, let me know.
Okay, for no reason, it now works again. Yay.
Nice.
Sorry if anyone heard a loud booming. I had to plug in my computer.
I didn't hear it, but it is funny to imagine a giant explosion going on in the background.
Sorry if anyone heard me shooting down the power plant for the energy for my computer. I was meeting up with Sarah Connor.
Oh no, I just heard that noise it makes when something gets like unplugged and plugged back in, and I'm like, what was that about? Was that my computer? Was that, the boop,
Oh, the
boop,
bloop,
boop?
bloop.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on. I
heard it somewhere in the
see.
distance, and I was like, wait.
That might possibly have been me.
You mean
because I
this
just
one?
plugged mine in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was once in a friend's server and they kept like playing this soundboard sound and it was really messing me up. I was like, what the hell is unplugging? Like, all my stuff is like plugged up and they all stay quiet.
Oh
and they're
my
like, oh, I
God.
don't know what you're talking about. And only way later to figure it out.
That's evil. That's borderline evil.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can't stand when I'm like watching a YouTuber and they're just like recording their screen and they have Discord notifications on. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Oh yeah, that is pretty annoying.
That
No,
sounds like
my
something- You go
my
ahead, you go
least
ahead.
favorite thing is sorry. My least favorite
No,
thing is when
please.
like someone's fire alarm is going off, like the sound it makes when there's no battery and it makes that ching sound, like that beeping sound. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, I knew that what you would say would be really, really interesting, which is why I was like, no problem at all. You go first. Get that thought out, and it would be fun. Yeah, I think that beeping sound also happens with Apple AirPods because I was given those for my birthday, and I've had that weird thing happen before. Or maybe they're bootleg AirPods. I honestly don't know. They're like they say like a different kind of brand on them, so they might not actually be Apple branded. Just to make sure everyone's still here, Trixie, did we lose you? Are you still with us?
I think she said she was going somewhere. She'll be right back.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to carry the stream by ourselves now.
Oh no, everyone's
God damn it.
leaving.
You're gonna carry that weight, and by you're, I mean all of us. We all have to carry that weight.
Oh boy, it's okay. I've done a few streams. I think I can deal with this. Hello, chat. How you doing? Tell me your top 3 favorite Tohos right now.
And if you don't know Toho, then tell me your top 3 favorite. What's that thing that Trixie says is just like Toho? Nekogami Yao Yorazu. Tell me your top 3 Nekogami Yao Yorazu. I wouldn't have known what that was if not for Trixie.
Yeah, I actually watched that one before Trixie. It is funny how, like, I never saw anyone else ever mention that before Trixie.
Apparently, like
Did
the
you find that?
creators of Nekogami, like got their start on Toho Dojin. I almost said Toho.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so again, some mailings, mailing, and mailing. Okay, Yuma, that's the girl with the horns and the giant spoon. There's Aya. Alright. I'm seeing a strange lack of Kaguya. Yeah, I'm just gonna point that out. But, you know. Sakuya the Blue Mage.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Trixie.
back.
Your top 3 favorite Tohos, quick.
Remelia, Flander, Konpaku Yomu.
Alright, pretty solid. No complaints there. I like all those 3.
I like Rumia. I like Cyrano.
Chirno.
Chirunobu.
Chirumiru, genki chirumiru. Genki dayo.
Yeah, it's classic. I'm gonna draw Cyrano.
What's Cherno? Is that from Toho?
Yeah.
She's the
The
ice
ice fairy.
fairy.
I see. I'm glad to learn. I'm learning a lot.
Moko Simp as well. I got a Simp for Worst Girl. Kaguya for Life. How many Chuhus have pants? Last I looked it was like 6. So not a whole lot.
I'm really struggling to actually remember what Cyrano's outfit looks like.
Can use reference.
I am lazy.
Fair.
I feel like I should know how to draw Cyrano. Like, my brain's telling me, of course you know Cyrano. It's Cyrano. And then I'm like, yeah, but, like, can you draw
Yeah, you
that,
have
though?
9 personalities and she's the strongest with the number 9. So.
She is the strongest for sure. The strongest, the smartest, overall. The meme, for those of you don't know what I'm talking about, but like the joke with Cyrano is that she's like a total idiot, like just the dumbest person in the world, but she thinks she's brilliant. So like the joke is always just she's like 100% confident in everything she does, but just a total moron. I feel like
She's actually decently powerful as far as fairies go.
Yeah, she's not like a bottom tier, but she's nowhere near a top tier in terms of like
Yeah. It's kind of
power.
funny, I believe in Great Fairy Wars, which is the game where you play as Chirno. In the extra stage, you fight Marissa, who's like one of the protagonists. And even if you win in the end dialogue, Chirno's the one who has taken all the damage. This is how this looks. Hopefully.
Z, I am watching the stream right now. I can't believe you gave Tirami a wonderful, beautifully drawn beach to relax on. It looks so nice.
Yeah, I again, I know nothing about this. I know one time you posted something on the beach, so I was like, I don't know if the beach is part of the anime or not.
It is when they're doing a beach episode, yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Most of the time, they're employees at a theme park, where essentially the idea is, even though they are genuine anthro furries who, like, come from a magical fairy world, they're able to blend in on Earth because they're the exact size of a person in a mascot costume. So even though they're a sentient furry, they just pretend they're a person in a mascot costume. I love goofy, cartoony stuff like that. But yeah, your drawing fits. He would be on the beach too, after a long, hard day of getting pushed around by customers.
Oh boy.
Was a beer, probably.
I wish
Oh, you
I
can't have
could go
you
to
can't
the
have
beach
alcohol.
after that.
What was that, Ellen?
I wish I could go to the beach after that when I was working.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, I have not been to the beach in a while. I usually go like one time every year, like just once,
Yeah.
because it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah, I really like going to the beach. I haven't gone in a few years, and when I was thinking of like immediate goals, like that I want like financially, it would be really nice to, just rent some place and go to the beach. But, right now I'm unemployed, so that makes it a lot harder. I love going to the beach.
Yeah, I haven't been in a while myself.
Well, if y'all come down to Virginia, I got you.
All right, going there right now.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump across the ocean.
Yeah.
Hop, skip, jump,
Yeah,
boo.
this
That's from Hugo Carr.
do dra dron chip
Yeah.
shirkwaipu nankayatashi.
Da-na, da-na-na-na-na. I love that OP. Onto wa itai da itai shi. Oh, a car honked outside to sing along with me.
Honk if you agree.
Lizard Maker said, Amagi Brilliant Park, BRB gonna look at Sento fan art.
Okay, so are you all okay with Amagi Brilliant Park spoilers? Because this is a really cool fun fact I want to share.
Yeah, I don't think any of us was
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
planning to.
So,
That's fine.
Sento, the most popular girl of the show, a bit of a tsundere. She obviously is in love with the main character, Kani-kun, and a lot of people really love Sento. So you would think that, she's just a normal human girl, because we got to make our human leading lady be like a normal girl to be appealing to all the otaku. She is not. She's a mascot. That's revealed later on, and it's one of my favorite twists ever because it ties into one of the main themes of Amagi, that mascots are trying to fit in on Earth in some way. And all of the mascots, Tirami and Moffle and all of them, are capable of taking on human form. But one of the themes of the show is that you should be able to be yourself and be comfortable in your true form. I've often said that Amagi is very relatable to me as a trans person because Tirami doesn't want to take on a human form. In the light novel, it's shown that he can, and he looks like a very handsome blonde man. But he wants people to love him the way he is, and so that's what the park allows for him. Sento, personally, would be more comfortable as a human, but she was born as a kappa. She just spends all her time in human form.
Oh, yeah, that's very nice.
So cool. I should write an analysis video about Amagi because as much as it is just like a silly show, like it gave a lot of depth to me because of the
That
trans
is a good
relatability.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab a snack. I
Oh,
figure
sweet.
it's a good time now that I've basically finished this.
It's beautiful. Everyone in the chat praise Z, please, because I cannot even begin to say how amazed and thankful I am. And Nisa's
Z
drawing is
Cypher.
wonderful as well.
That is beautiful. I love it. I love the shading.
Oh, yeah.
I love the
Just
little,
looking at it.
the little over the nose shading. I particularly am a big fan of. And like the under the eyes, what would you call that? The 3 marks under the eyes. Blush?
The
I
blush.
guess? Yeah.
Blush. Yeah.
The blush and shadow on
Yes.
the face really brings the whole thing together for me. I
Yeah.
like it.
It makes his face full of life, like he's very happy wherever he is currently and whoever he's with. Very much, very, very much make me happy to look at it. Thank you so much, Z.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like I love all the coloring. Like it's so beautiful.
And it gives his muzzle depth too. That's the other thing under there to like, it makes it feel like that really is a muzzle. You know, it's not just a flat mascot face. He actually has like a muzzle and like a snout.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm about to draw Gundam.
Which
Oh no.
I'm gonna use a reference this time. Hello, Gigadong. I love you too.
Hi,
Shout out.
Giga.
Hey, Giga.
Okay, I'm gonna draw this fucking Gundam now. Gundanium alloy.
That's gonna be hard. I thought you meant you were gonna draw like one of the human characters. Robots are super
You're
hard.
gonna draw a whole robot?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna draw a Gundam too.
I have a reference, but I'm gonna draw the RX-78 robot. Yeah.
Dang.
Let's see how many of you remember this.
I'm watching the stream right now. Ellen, are you drawing something?
And drawing Gundam.
You gonna draw
Oh.
Gundam too? Oh my god. Everybody's drawing
Ellen,
There
aka. I won't spoil the joke. If anyone wants to look at Ellen's screen.
Oh no, hold on.
Alright, let's get rid of it.
That's the current
little
state
bee-
of all Victor's Gundam toys. They're sitting in a box.
The little BRB text, which is on Z Cypher's image, makes me like reminded of one of those things that people do on Twitch when they're taking like a break and they put up a BRB screen, and it makes me realize that would be a beautiful one of those if someone was on
I
Twitch.
think
and he
that
was on
might be what he is doing. I think he literally was not there and was putting the BRB to say that he wasn't there for that bit of time.
Yeah.
Like Komogi's
Yeah.
saying that it could very well be like a BRB screen for a streamer.
Yeah,
That's
like a Twitch
interesting.
BRB screen.
Yeah,
It totally
But-
could.
I meant to draw one of those. I never got around to it because like I had a start screen for my streams, and I had like an overlay for my streams, and I had my PNG tuber, and now I have to kind of redo everything if I want to stream again.
I just rebuilt my Twitch kind of where like I don't really have all that stuff, but I like actually I can't remember what the fuck I changed. I know I had to change something and I'm like struggling to remember what the hell it was. I can't even. Back to drawing Gundam. My true calling in life.
Where to put this? Maybe it gets its own category. It's just all of a sudden started raining, like really hard.
Shit.
Oh.
I didn't think we'd get the storms. I knew they were like in the lower Midwest.
I was saying this earlier to everyone, but the coloring stage is so relaxing. It's just like I'm in my adult coloring and I'm in a state of zen.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to color this one today. Taking me so long.
It's a really cool rendered Yui.
Yeah.
In her elemental suit, though. I love those transformations. That's why I gave Trixie a playlist with the 1 second, everyone. I'll be right back.
Right.
Okay.
I gotta make her buff, sure. This is the strong one.
I'm gonna wash my face and go to bed, okay? Good night. Good luck. Good luck. All right, you're welcome. Honey, I'm so good, but don't.
Although I should didn't mute. I'm gonna mute her.
Oh, she didn't mute.
Yeah.
Mute.
I'm with all my friends on stream.
That is so awesome. I mean that. I think I loved it. You're with your friends. All right.
I'll go to bed before
Yeah.
2.
I don't like the mutes for everyone, or
No, I don't know how to.
fuck.
It's okay. Our mom loves us.
For
Yeah.
anyone who heard my mom appear on stream, that's totally okay. I'm sorry if it overwhelmed your talking, though, but she's fine with being on
No,
stream.
you're
No,
fine.
it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I just thought that maybe I would try to mute you to not, let your family conversation on stream, but I couldn't figure out how to. So
It was totally fine. It was just her wishing me good luck at work and stuff, because, teaching kids and all that stuff is really tough. She teaches kids as well, so she's really passionate about
Yeah.
what I
Say
do.
don't say less. Don't talk too much about your personal life.
yeah.
Good point. Good point.
I'm drawing Gundam, and there's a lot of fucking lines on this robot. This robot has a lot of lines on it.
What did you think, though?
I didn't realize like how many just random lines there are, like that are not like they're just lines. They're just there to have more lines. It feels like.
You got to do those, Trixie, in like a subtler color so that the black lines of the actual, robot body stick out more.
Okay.
If you have a bunch of lines in black, then it'll be super, super hard to tell. It'll look like Spaghetti Man.
Hopefully my coloring will make it a little more evident what part is what. Daniel. This is such a handsome robot.
Correct. I think it's correct. The shoulder feels like it should be a bit more here. I mean, it should also be like this.
If you're still there, which I'm pretty sure you are because I interacted with you in the chat like a minute ago, let me know how I drew your Ina Dream BBQ request into the drawing. I put her in here and let me know if, it looks okay. I made her smile because I wanted it to be like a sexy, cute image rather than she was like scared in the reference.
Well, you put her like in the text bubble. That's neat.
Yeah, the idea was that Tirami was going to be chasing her, so she's off camera.
I see. Ah, I get you. That's neat. I've never seen like an off-camera person put into a speech bubble like that, but that is like kind of brilliant.
You remember that song and thank you so much, I appreciate that. Do you remember that song you made with Dima Foxpaws, which was Little Trespassers Get Bullied or something like that? It was the furry on the thumbnail. It was a crossover between you two, and you have a part where you come on.
Shit,
It was
I don't
back
remember
when
that.
they were by their other name.
Wait, which song was it you said?
I gotta look up what it's called. It was back when Dima Foxpaws was by their previous name, and so I can find it on that channel.
There's a few previous names. Is it Jeff Burgess' name or
Jeff Burgess, yeah. And
okay.
it was called Maybe That's Why, but the thumbnail says
Okay.
Little Trespassers Get Bullied. Do you remember that?
I didn't know that's what the thumbnail said, but yeah, I remember Maybe That's Why. It's a good song.
It says Little Trespassers Get Bullied, and several of the lyrics are in reference to it because it's a reference to a famous furry explicit comic known as The Boss and Mio, which is a very famous furry gay comic, and that's a famous line from it: "Is little trespassers will get bullied if you come
I
into
did
my
not know that.
area." Yeah, and the whole song is referencing that because Jeff or Dima is singing about how like they're a femboy they want to be, and they want to find someone who will like be a little trespasser who bullies them. They literally say that line at one point. They go, "Little trespassers get bullied all of the time."
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a
hilarious.
great song.
It's funny
Boss
that
and
I didn't
Mio.
know at all the lore behind the song, even though I'm like on it. But
You got brought on board to do a song that's a big tribute to a furry comic and you didn't even know about it. That's amazing. But yeah, Boss and Mio is unironically a good comic. It has explicit parts, but it's also like a genuine narrative. And it's by this husband duo. I think they're two
Wait,
husbands called
Boss
Pao
and me.
Fu.
I remember that one actually.
It's actually got a good story to it. It actually like taught me shit
Yeah.
about life and like how I should act in life and like how to be a mature adult because the characters are all adults, of course. And it's really fucking good. And the art is gorgeous. And Pao Fu have done a bunch of comics. They're a two duo of a husband, I think two husbands, and they're really talented.
Yeah, I
All their
remember it being
comics are
pretty cute.
yeah, all their comics are way too intricate and story driven for what it is. Because it's just like it's art for furries to enjoy, like in a way that like is explicit art. But they put so much effort into the story. I actually like learn shit from Boss and Mio about like how I can get jobs and make connections and stuff. Because that's kind of what the plot is about.
sounds dope.
I can see why Jeff Burgess was like, or Dima Foxpaws was like so drawn to that song, especially at the time, because the two main characters of Boss and Mio, the titular Boss and Mio, are like two opposite personalities. So no matter what type of person you are, you can project onto that comic. If you feel like a reliable older figure, you can be the boss, or if you feel like a young adult, like fresh getting into the world out of college kind of person, you can project on Mio. And there's a bunch of funny, like meme-worthy moments of the comic, like them saying little catchphrases like "little trespassers will get bullied," or one part where it's like "I'll beat you in Smash," but it's referring to Smash Bros. So it's like Mio holding up like the Switch, going "I'll beat you in Smash." And it's really funny and adorable. Yeah, I definitely really resonated with that song. When I was in college, I used to listen to it all the time and read the comic as I listened to it.
That's awesome. I'm glad
So glad you were featured on
that song. I just remember for the fact that I just kept ripping more bong hits and doing takes, but like doing it like as soon as possible after having like just coughed, so it just sounded fucking horrible. I'm like coughing into the microphone and everything. And it's like just like the grossest performance I could possibly give that I gave for that song.
Oh boy.
perfect fit though because that's kind of what like the whole vibe of the song is. It's like I'm kind of like a furry finding my place in the world, and maybe things are going to get a little bit messy. There's going to be a little bit of people who I pick on along the way. Maybe some trespassers will get bullied when they stop by. It's like perfect. Your bar is perfect for what the mood of the song is because it's like cutesy but kind of tearing shit up.
Tear shit up.
I'ma tear shit up, mother.
That's what she'd say. Hang on.
Can I truly draw this Gundam?
Even bigger.
Let's just get bullied all of the time.
There you go.
Corrector Yui says tear shit up.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Ah shit. I forgot to change it later. Here you go.
Hi, Lizard. Thank you for being here. Lizard directly said hi, Kamugi. I don't know how long ago that was. Nisa, yours looks so beautiful. I love how you do the gray thing to color in the characters, and then you color in from there. It really like gives it good grounding. Like I already feel like Tirami's alive right now, even though he's still in grayscale.
Oh, thank you. I just do it because I usually just do like a base of gray, and then I'll do like a layer on top and then mask it so that if I color outside, it'll only color the gray and nothing outside of it. That makes sense.
That totally makes
Oh,
sense.
like a clipping
Yeah.
mask?
Yeah, like a clipping mask basically, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It makes it a lot easier for me to color stuff.
Everyone's doing amazing work. Trixie, honestly, you should be super proud. That's like a perfect Gundam head.
Thank you. I am studying this reference quite closely, and I gotta say, there's just so much more going on Gundam's head than I ever really like processed.
Gundam is a big thinker.
I wonder what kind of connection he gets with those big antenna. Like, do you think he gets like internet or maybe just TV?
He probably gets HBO.
Yeah.
Do they have
That
internet in Gundam?
I don't.
I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, they do
Great
have internet.
question.
They do have internet in Gundam, I believe. I don't think it
Alright.
functions the way that. I mean, because like the internet wasn't invented until like 1991, so I don't think that OG Gundam had a conception of and like open internet. But there definitely is the ability to use computers to communicate over as much distance as you want. So, but it's probably all done with radio signals or whatever. Like, because the ability to jam signal is a big part of Gundam's universe. Like the Minovsky particles make it so they like jam radar and jam signals. So like functionally, you're fighting as though you were in person, which is how they justify how stupid Gundam fighting actually is. Yeah, we had to make like humanoid robots beat each other up. Why? 'Cause radar doesn't work. Oh. Alright. Minovsky particles.
Oh, yeah, come on, post some Corrector U screenshots in the We Watch Anime channel, and yeah, those look really cool.
Oh, kick butt. That's awesome.
There's the professor looking sad, while staring at a frog with a top hat.
Oh, there's so much IR, the little mascot, the IR raccoon robot. Yes. And there's also Puss in Boots, because there's one episode where they go into fairy tales and they meet Puss in Boots.
Yeah, it's Yui with a suit. Very, very cool.
Okay, Corrector Yui had to be an influence on Smile Precure because they have their own like wolf bad guy general, just like Wolf Rune from Smile Precure, and they go into fairy tale books in one episode, just like what Smile Precure's about. That might be a subtle Precure taking inspiration from a '90s magical girl that no one's ever talked about.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
it's interesting if that's the case.
I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
All right.
There's no problem, Lisa. Great work so far.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Oh
think
boy,
I
my
have-
shoulder's starting to hurt.
Are you at a desk with your computer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that can be tough. I've been in bed. I've got my laptop.
Yeah, we probably won't keep this up for too much very longer because it is a bit exhausting, but it's fun.
I've been having fun.
Exhausting
Absolutely
mostly
agree.
in that keeping your head at that angle where you're looking down at the at the thing and getting really intense with it. Then you like kind of take a step back for a second and be like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm like in my draw pad right now.
Shrimp mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. No, that still doesn't look quite correct.
All right, I'm going to try a third drawing because I have not done one other character I really want to draw. So this is going to be the last everyone's going to see of Tyranny. I'm going to get rid of this second drawing of Tyranny. I want to draw Precure characters before this wraps. So I'm going to start that right now because I know we're starting to wrap down or boil
Alright.
down or whatever the term is. I've saved this to my computer in like every way that I can though, so it definitely won't be lost. DeviantArt Miro is really complicated because it's supposed to let you save it as like a file. You can open it back up later, but every time I've tried, it just loads forever until my browser crashes. So I'm just saving them as PNGs because that's the best I can do.
Alright. Yeah, I
I
remember you
gotta
had some issue with that in your stream.
I think the yellow vent fan obliques that the Gundam has might be like what really makes the design awesome.
Mm.
Yellow.
Really brings the whole thing together.
See, Cypher's
Oh,
drawing Candy from Smile Precure, the adorable mascot.
Oh, that is so freaking cute.
Voiced by Pikachu and Hana-chan from Ojamajo Doremi and Chopper from One Piece. That's all the same VA, and she voices Candy from Precure.
Otani Ikue.
Yes.
That's her name. She
Actually,
is.
if I'm not mistaken, Chopper is only voiced by her for a few episodes because the actual VA was in maternity leave for a bit.
Oh, for real?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I know some of my in the chat. Lizard says the vent titties about your.
They're so good. It's the best part.
All right, yeah, time to say goodbye to this drawing and someone from Precure. I think I'm gonna draw Yes 5. Yes Precure 5 is just like the most amazing magical girl show I've ever seen, and I saw it after I saw Card Captor. I saw Card Captor like early high school, and I saw Yes Precure 5 like when I was entering college, and Yes Precure 5 blew me away. Although Card Captor is also peak.
And now I have to sing. Now it's time to say goodbye to the things we loved and the innocence of you.
It's alright, 大丈夫、気づきがあって起こせる. Here we go, hiko yo, suwasahiroge. I can sing all of the Card Captor OPs, but I love OP too.
I don't remember Pichu.
I just sung it, and it goes, Kiiri to nanika ga dofukate teaeru ki wo materu. Dreaming. Yeah, that's OP2. I just remember the dream part.
Yeah.
I
I
wonder
did
if
it.
they localized
I
it
drew
here.
fucking Gundam. I fucking did it. I fucking drew Gundam.
Yeah, you did it. That's Gundam.
You know,
I am
think,
Gundam this.
Brazil didn't have OP2. I read that on a Magical Girl wiki.
Oh
Whoa,
yeah, that would make sense.
that's a really good Gundam, Trixie. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. It says I am Gundam Desu on his chest.
Cannot take that away from him.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
Once you've drawn a single mech, you're already ahead of 90% of artists.
Damn,
Yeah, I
did
haven't
it.
drawn
I
that.
leapt the line. Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
I decided to go with the Oban Star Racers chick because she has a really cool design, so I wanted to draw it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh, it's a Molly.
Yeah. being on a stream with Trixie is like such a healing, positive thing, and then that combined with the art of drawing and coloring, which is also very relaxing. Definitely a very good way to spend the night.
Yeah, have fun. Does Ruby count as a magical girl anime? I don't think so.
Harold
They're
Lapoon has a wonderful video about like magical girls and what makes them tick and stuff, and like how modern shows kind of just use the iconography of it, but don't have the same bonds of friendship and exploration and stuff like that. At least Ruby has the friendship bonds, but it's more Soul Eater.
But here's the problem, Ruby. It does not have magic because magic isn't real, so they can't be magical girls.
That too.
It's like, oh yeah, but Ruby's super fast and Lights can do all kinds of crazy stuff, but that's not magic.
I'm back.
Actually, isn't it specifically the white girl has magic because she has a lot of money?
No, that's dust, and dust
Crazy.
is also not magic.
Oh,
True
okay.
that.
Magic does not exist.
Wait, so they just have superpowers? Is like what's the difference?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Ruby has this really dumb plot point where it's like all the characters have powers and some of them use dust. That is like this power that lets them do like all kinds of stuff. But for some
Oh, the
reason,
dust. Yeah.
they don't count those as magic. And then later on, you find characters that actually do have magic, and it's not in any way different from any of the other stuff. But they're like, oh, wow, these people can use magic. It's like, bitch, you can like run super fast, and the other girl's like a magnet. And it's like, how is this girl being able to shoot fire any different?
It's sort of interesting because like reminds me of how in Final Fantasy VI there is like a scene when the first time you use magic as Terra, they're like, "Oh my god, magic!" Because like magic doesn't exist there, but they do have like Magitech. Like the army has Magitech, so they can kind of do magic.
Yeah, but even then, it's like very uncommon, right? Only the Empire has Magitech.
Yeah.
Ooh, Trixie, 1,000,000 points to you if you can guess what anime character I'm drawing, and it is a legit anime character. You would know because you got paid to rant about it.
This isn't the Precure characters that you said you were gonna draw?
No, I suddenly got inspired to draw something totally different. So this
Is that the main girl from Shangri-La?
Ooh, that's a great guess, and I love that character design. That's Range Murata on the character designs of that one. But no. That is, I'll give you one more guess. It's an obscure cartoon. It was made in Japan, but it came to America.
Oban Racers.
There you go. Yeah, Molly from Oban Star Racers. Ellen knew right away because she knows about that one.
Yes, I think I've only seen that one. You said I ranted about it, right?
Yeah, you got paid to do a rant on like episode 1, and you were like, "This is Eureka 7, but like the baby kids."
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, I gotta draw one last thing. I think we're gonna probably wrap this in the next 20 minutes or so.
Oh, but I can't finish this you in 20 minutes? No.
You can.
Oh crap! Now I'm on time.
That's a good drawing though, so it'd be worth like finishing off stream as well. Post it up on Blue Sky when you're done.
Yep.
What should I draw? It won't take too long. I'll draw this bull that's on the can of beer I'm drinking.
Ooh.
That's an awesome idea. Beer mascot.
Pretty handsome.
How do I do this again? How do I rotate the canvas again? I completely forgot. Because I almost never do it, but it would be useful here.
Like on a shortcut, like R.
You can. Okay, it's 4 and 6.
What?
There we go.
Wait, what program are you using?
Krita.
Okay, I haven't touched that one since college.
What are you using, Z?
Procreate. The worst named app ever.
I was gonna say it's like
Yeah.
Procreate. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like Pro plus Create, but you know the word actually makes everyone just stare at you like, what?
Yeah, weren't people like mentioning? I don't remember if it was in the server, like how Procreate and GIMP are like the worst names for
Yeah,
like
GIMP.
drawing software.
Well, GIMP I at least feel like was intentional.
Yeah, but why was it intentional is the question. Like, wait.
I don't know, because they're weird.
The dog in the logo really likes to play around.
That's why he's giving you the eyes. I mean, they're googly eyes, but like...
That reminds me of a glitch I saw once. I don't remember what it was on. I think it was on someone's like Nintendo Switch where their copy of Mario Odyssey glitched out. So like Mario's eyes like looked like seductive eyes. I think it was on Joel Vinesauce or something. He's like, Mario's giving me some real seductive eyes. Fuck off, Mario. It was like a Joel stream.
Zesty Mario.
Does this look alright? Let's find out. Yeah, looks alright to me. Ooh. Scratching sounds.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Is my, like, sales coming through?
A little bit, but I think it's kinda charming. Oh, Nisa has to go. She's feeling sick.
Your art was amazing, Nisa. Thank you for fully coloring Tyranny and me. Your coloring is amazing. It has depth to it, and get well soon. I hope everything works out with the sickness.
I love you, Nisa.
Thank you for joining, Nisa. It was wonderful.
Heal.
I guess I'll... Nisa, wait, you're still alive. Oh.
Yeah, I guess she didn't disconnect.
I'll leave it on screen. Why not? It's cute.
Yeah.
So agree.
I hope she is okay.
Yeah.
Finish up drawing this bull, then we'll wrap this. There she goes. Oh yeah, I gotta rearrange the icons.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Last second rearrangement. Good.
But yeah, the reason my iPad makes that scratching noise is because it's just like the nib on the what's the word? The matte screen protector it does actually like just scratch up the screen, but it makes it feel more like using an actual pencil.
I see.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And you like that feeling?
Yes. Without it, the iPad is just glass, and it is horrible and slippery, and awful to draw on.
Ah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've tried pens, but like really cheap ones with iPhone before, and I always would just go back to my finger because something about my finger gives the same effect as what you're talking about, that pencil effect.
Now this cough does not look right. This looks better, I think.
I've got Molly doing like a 1 foot standing pose, like when people meditate. Like, you know, a martial arts master meditates and like stands on 1 foot with like their knee raised.
Mhm.
But I'm also having her do a peace sign because she's a rebellious, you know, a rebellious youth. But maybe she's doing like a martial arts pose because she learned it from that alien BF of hers. Spoilers for Oban Star Racers. What color are her shoes?
Fine.
Well, I rushed this one because you said you were going to be done in like 20 minutes.
It looks gorgeous. That's like a perfect render of Candy.
I'm just about done with this bowl on this beer can.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what I love about your drawing of Candy is that it feels like Candy in like a slightly, I don't know how to describe it, like a slightly newer anime than she comes from. Because Candy, of course, is from an older season of Precure. Smile is a bit old now. It's almost considered a retro anime. But yours feels like if she was brought back in like a newer Precure All Stars crossover, like a very modernized rendering. Yeah, super cute. Love the shading.
I'm gonna do a quick Kirby just to see if I can finish one draw.
Just like in the next like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
How fast can I draw Kirby? Speed run.
I forget because I have the stream muted. Does the stream have like music?
No, it did very briefly because I played that playlist that Kobugi recommended earlier. But,
Oh, okay.
That ended and then I didn't bother with another one.
That's understandable. It's a pretty short playlist, like maybe 30 minutes to get through it all.
Yeah, what I used to do when I did draw streams was like find a playlist with a lot of Toho music and just let
That's a
it
good
play.
Very good idea. I have stuff I could have played. I just didn't really. At first, I felt more like it was hard for me to get used to the quiet at first, and then I kind of did, so it was all right.
Yeah, they're meditative. Rounding the edges a little bit. That's fine. Good enough. There. Little cheat.
Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with this bowl.
Yeah, I'm pretty much good to go too. I just figured I'd do a little final sketch to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, just
Read some chat. Max Potion said, "This stream rocks. Great job, everyone. Feel better soon, Nisa. I love your drawing." Agreed. Lapusha says, "Because I think the dust is different implementation." Oh, this is about the
No.
Ruby. Never mind. It's not gonna go that far back. More drama and trauma dump. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna end this stream and immediately have to look at a bunch of drama.
Oh god, fucking damn it. Okay.
I don't want that. That's why I draw.
Someone had to be reminded that 4chan is not good.
Oh no.
Jeremy says, "I love golden butt." You mean butterflies? No, butt.
Golden butt. Cheeks. Cheeks. Here it is. Collar.
Oh no.
Nice.
I love
pink.
your little detail that you added, Z, with Pika. Kuru, like Candy would say.
What's funny is that when I think it was episode 3 when Cure Peace transforms for the first time, she literally says like Pika Pika Pikari, which means like sparkling or something. I don't know, but the translators note they were like Pikachu. I was like,
so
no, that's the wrong character. Candy's the Pikachu.
There. Done.
Dang, that's an awesome looking representation of the bowl from your beer can, Trixie. The shading is like so cool.
I find kind of funny is like my first reaction to seeing Candy was like, what animal is this supposed to be? But that's literally the intention because everyone in the show is always like saying some random animal, and she's like, no, that's not it.
That's very true. That's probably my favorite implementation of that gag because they do a similar gag in Hugto Preacher, but in that one, everyone always assumes he's a mouse. And he goes, "I'm not a mouse," and then they really run that joke really, really hard. "I'm not a mouse" over and over. But I liked it was Candy, and Candy, they did that joke first. Smile Preacher came out before Hugto. Hugto's a great season in most regards, though, because it's by the great Junichi Sato, director of Sailor Moon, Princess Tutu, so much stuff. Trixie could tell me more. I think she's away right now. Trixie, you there?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the stuff happening in the chat.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now too.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around exactly. I feel like this person's trying to defend the fact that they have I don't know. been on 4chan, just don't admit it. Don't talk about it. Don't admit it. Don't confess to crimes you've no need to confess to. Don't just don't. Just
The first rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what else? It's the first rule of 4chan.
Yes.
4chan,
Exactly.
literally, the first like 2 rules are the same
Do not
2
talk
rules
about
as Fight
the-
Club.
Do not talk about B.
It's wild. It's wild, especially because like we made a whole video ranting about this, and yet it's still somehow I don't know. You know how it is out there. It's hard out there for a moderation staff of a small community.
It's been a rocky few days, but
We've been having
Yeah.
growing pains. You know how it is.
yeah. Oh,
We've all
I
been
guess
through a puberty or two.
well, only one in my case so far.
No, don't worry. You don't think you need the hormones to start experiencing the second puberty. I think as soon as you realize that you're trans, your brain starts changing.
Yeah, I guess I did have a little bit of that when that happened.
I like this. Z, I like your shading. Is this complete?
Yeah. I don't want to spend too much time because then I'll end up adding like a background or something. It'll take too long.
All right. Well, I think we're all about as done as we're getting with these. So we'll call it here then. Everybody plug yourself again. Ellen, what are you plugging? You got your comic, right? You should put it on screen if you can.
All right, yeah. Let's just look at this two Kirby's. You know,
Yes.
having the same spirit. Okay.
playo.
All right, gonna open the latest page. Yeah, this is Harpy Story. Hopefully shows up. Let me see.
Yeah. Time system.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm Helen Hodai. I'm an artist. Well, mostly a writer, but lately I've been doing a lot of art because I'm working on this comic called Harpy Story. It's a story about monster girls, about love, about harpies, and it's currently in its 20th page. And you can find it at currently at Blue Sky, which is just I forgot.
It's in the link tree. It's in the link tree.
It's in the link tree. Yeah, look down there, and yeah, please check it out.
Hell yeah, I like it. I also did like a voiced reading of it like 6 hours into that, playing Cat Sup, I think was the live stream, right? Or was it I Watch YouTube?
Yeah, like I think it was the playing cats up one.
Okay.
I'll definitely clip that and maybe upload it in a little Harpy Story YouTube channel, which we haven't made yet, but probably will.
Yes, good. And I'll read more of it when there's enough more to, do another whole bit. Genki and Sienna, I see, is being written on screen down there by Komugi.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I wanted to sign it like preemptively so people will know to go check out Genki and Sienna on YouTube, which is the current YouTube page I'm building. And we have some awesome clips of Trixie, the one who hosted this stream on there. Some of them even have animations. They're animated Trixie clips, all done by me. I love to animate with pencil and paper, which is what my profile pic that you've been seeing for this whole stream is. So if you like traditional art and traditional animation, like on pencil and paper, go check out Genki and Sienna, please. And thank you for your support and for having me.
Hell yeah.
And for drawing Kirby. Everyone did. It was so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I can. Well,
Z-Cypher, what do you want to plug while you're on?
I guess comms. I do sketch comms. Where you kind of saw I can make something from a sketch to finish in like about an hour. That's what the sketch com is. And then if you want something more complicated, it's way more expensive, but I do that too. I will draw your persona. A lot of people will not draw your persona, but I will draw your persona.
Hell yes. Hell yes. You should show those that Krona and Trixie drawing. I see them in that folder
Which
there.
one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the personas.
Oh, wait.
How long would you
If I
say?
do-
Oh, I shouldn't ask how long. How much would it cost to get one of those if somebody wanted something exactly like that?
25.
That's a
So
good, that's a
if
very
I pull
fair
it in,
price. That is
You can see
very
it's,
fair.
it took me an hour. An hour and some change because sometimes I leave the file open and that also gets added to the time, but I usually pretty strictly limit myself to an hour for these.
All right. Well, that's it then. We're gonna wrap it up. I'm very glad all of you came. This was a good time.
Well, if I may say, also check out Nisa's Blue Sky on the description.
Oh yes, of course. Anissa
Yeah.
is linked in the description as well. I don't think she's planning to promote anything in particular, but she is absolutely our Discord mom. So shouts out to Nisa. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to the Golden Butterflies. Check out the link tree. And I'm gonna close the stream now. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.